All right, all right. If you need some water, need to go to the restroom, now's a good time. We're going to start in about 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Bobby. Who's got a mic? Candace, you got a mic over there? Okay, good. Thank you. All right. Janice is going to tell her story, what she found out about her spending the last 7 days.
All right, Ms. Davis.
Thank you, Janice, for sharing with the class.
All right, Mr. Thomas. Yeah. Okay. Hello.
Good job.
Okay. Okay. As Mr. Thomas, I noticed that I spend more than what I bring in, and I went over $400 of it.
Is that in 1 week?
Yes,
Or that's
sir.
for the month?
1 week.
1 week.
1 week.
Wow, we're going to make you rich in this class, dear. I'm glad you found that out. Anybody else? Anybody else? Tell me about your experience of tracking your spending for 1 week. 1 week. Anybody else want to volunteer? Hey, let's take the mic right there. You next, Bobby? Okay. What's your name, ma'am?
Oh, my name is Charlotte, and
Hi,
I realized
Charlotte.
that I spend a lot of money eating out.
You spend a lot of money eating out.
Yes.
Plus buying grocery, right?
No,
You
it's
buy
just me. I
groceries.
don't gotta cook.
Oh, you don't have to cook? Oh, okay. Okay. A lot of money eating out. Here's the thing I want you guys to understand from this exercise. Every $100 that you waste and you don't know where it's going, it's costing you $75,000 over a 20-year period. So if you're spending more or wasting more than $100 a month, more than $3.33 a day, that's the real cost. We're going to take that $100 and invest it to generate that $75,000 to $100,000. So the objective in this class is to turn your debt into wealth, see. You've got to find out where the money is going because the money is inside your budgets, inside your spending plans.
So Deacon Thomas, we had a comment that said, "How am I supposed to eat off of $3?" Real comment.
A real comment. Yeah, you'll be eating off a whole lot more than $3, but you're going to have more control of your money because you don't know where it's going. I just need you to understand the significance of that. You guys really got to get this, because the reason we retire in poverty is because we don't understand the money game. There's no sense in working 40 years of your life, retiring on Social Security and a couple $100,000 in your 401k. You should be retiring as almost millionaires. Once you understand to give your money the right direction, understand the growth of your money, understand investments, understand how to hire your money, your mindset should shift forever, because the money is inside your household. But you got to decide whether or not you are going to control it. Right, Bobby Thompson, right? Give him the mic there. He's got a quick comment. Yeah, Mr. Thompson.
Yes. You can have this mic.
Okay.
Two things I noticed was unnecessary food. I would go to the store.
Can you speak up a little bit?
I would go to the store and buy unnecessary food.
Okay.
I'll have it already in the deep freezer, and I go back and buy it again. I'm like, I got this already. So why is I buying unnecessary food? And then unnecessary traveling. And I was spending a lot of gas buying gas I shouldn't be buying, because it's just traveling and that gas is expensive. So in those two areas I got to improve on.
You guys see that? Two areas. How many of you guys right now at home, inside your refrigerator, got some frozen products you hadn't even used? They just sitting in the frozen. Yeah, you know. Yeah. And then when you get ready to cook something to eat, instead of taking that stuff out the day before or that morning you left for work, you stop by the store to buy something to cook for the evening, don't you? Just keep adding to and compounding. You're wasting money. So that's the importance of this exercise. We want you to control it. We want you to become the CFOs. We mean what we say. What does CFO stand for? Chief Financial Officer of your own personal life, your personal economy. So secondly, we wanted you to do an audit of your bank account. Who audited their bank account? Who was brave enough to audit their bank account for the last 30 days? Oh, we got somebody over here. Oh, we get her too. Get her. Come on, let's get her right here. What'd you find out about auditing your bank account?
Spending too much money.
Yeah. Spent way too much money, didn't you?
Way too much.
Money you could have controlled, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. We got one over here. Well, stop right there. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. What's
You audit your bank account,
I
right?
did. I did.
What'd you find out?
I spent a lot of money eating out, and then there were charges that I didn't even know was coming out every month.
Mm-hmm. Those subscriptions and stuff, right?
Yes.
Yeah. We don't even use it, right? Got another person right here,
use it.
young lady right here. What's your name, ma'am? Yeah. Siobhan. Go ahead. Go ahead, tell us. Talk to us.
My issue was the same. I have a lot of things coming out on auto draft, direct draft, or whatever that I don't even know what it's for.
See? Finding money. She's already finding money.
Yeah, I don't even know. It's like, I think for like Zip's car wash, just stuff
Yeah.
that is like, why? I don't even go to the car wash.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely. So we're finding money already, guys. We're finding money. Anybody else that audit their bank accounts? Back over here, please.
So for me, what I realized is that I am a bargain shopper. So New York and Company had a $12.99 sale going on. And so what happens is I get these sales at these great sales, and I buy big volumes. So now I got a new wardrobe. It's a lot. So me being a bargain shopper is the reason why I overspend.
See, she found a reason why she overspends. God, the money is there. And Candace is going to show you guys how to take $100, and pay off all your debt in the next 7 to 8 years, including your mortgage if you want it paid off. And she's going to show you guys how to find that $100 inside your current spending plans. So you don't even have to come up with any new money. All I want you to do is redirect the money that we help you find. You say, okay, Charles, where are we going to find this money at? Well, for one, a lot of you guys are spending $250 and $350 a month watching cable TV, and you only watch 5 channels. Yeah. Go back and look at all the channels that you watch. You watch about 5 or 6 channels, and it's costing you $280 to $300 a month. We got to fix that. We got to stop that. A lot of you guys got the same insurance carrier you had for the last 7 or 8 years. You never even shopped your own insurance carrier because you fell in love with your insurance carrier, your car insurance guy, your home insurance guy. Don't fall in love with your insurance companies, guys. As they raise those rates, every 2 or 3 years, you got to shop those rates. Find that money. Take control of your life. Everybody understand? Just a snippet. So when Candace started going over what I spend, I want you guys to be very honest about where your money's going. Because our goal is to find the money. Then once we find the money, is to give you some strategies and some directions to take control of that money. That makes sense? All right, lastly, did you work on your W-4? Good deal. She's going to talk about that tonight. Comment over here. Go ahead.
So when you were talking about finding the money, just this week, I guess I hadn't been paying attention, but my homeowner's insurance and my car insurance, they were two different insurance companies. So my car insurance is pretty cheap because I've been shopping around trying to find some cheap car insurance, since I'm 60, almost 66.
Yeah.
So I called my current car insurance, and, it's pretty reasonable because I shopped around and everybody else was higher than what I already had.
Okay.
So I told her, I was like, listen, let me give me a quote on my homeowner's insurance too, because I noticed when I got the bill in, of course, I guess I didn't pay attention since it's in with my mortgage.
Right.
She saved me $500 on my homeowner's insurance.
Oh, my God. Did you guys hear that?
Yeah.
5, give her a hand. Give her a
State
hand.
Farm.
Give her a hand. That's over $40-something a month.
Yeah.
One
And I was
area.
like, yeah. So I was like, I said, I decided, let me check around because, after coming to this one class, shopped around and found,
$500 a year you already saved.
Yes.
And we're just getting started.
Yes.
You got the right idea. Thank you for that
And
testimony.
then it also made my car insurance go down $30.
A month? Wow. Y'all see that? All it is, guys, is identifying where that money goes. The first step to having success financially, hey, where am I at? Where's the money going? So I got to create a GPS to get to this location. Okay? Now, the next area, we talked about audited bank account, W-4, the pages 3 through 6 on the financial binder. Did you guys work on that? Pages 3 through 6 on your financial binder. Let me just tell you why the financial binder is so important. Candace touched on it a little bit last week. But I've been in the financial services industry for over 30-plus years. And you need to understand this. When somebody dies or something happens and you can't find stuff, there's a lot of money left in the insurance companies and different places because it wasn't organized and the family member could not find that money. It's important. People pay on the insurance and all that kind of stuff for years, and they never sit down and talk to the kids or the grandkids where all this stuff is located at. The objective is for you to help them locate all this stuff or locate all your stuff, so when something happens, it's not an emergency trying to find stuff. That financial organizer is the most important thing that you can ever put together. True story. They're going to talk about this in the estate planning class. I want to give you a kind of heads up on it. A young couple, one of my young couples, traveled to Memphis, 2 young kids, and didn't get back home. 18-wheeler hit them, killed both of them. Both of them. So guess what? They both had 2 good jobs. They owned a home. They both had 401ks. They both had insurance. They had all this stuff. And guess what? Oh, they were gone. They were gone. But I knew some people in their families. They knew I was a financial advisor. They said, Charles, do you know if they had anything or not? I told them, Mom, come to my office. Let's sit down and talk. Sit down there. Everything was A through Z, laid out step by step. And those kids are set for the rest of their lives. And the guardians who take care of those kids are set for the rest of their lives because they took the time and did their planning. 32 and 34 years old. So it happens, ladies and gentlemen. So don't take this stuff lightly. We start, fill out these financial organizers. Find out where all this stuff is located at. Make sure it's a priority for you, and then share it with somebody in your household that knows where it's located at. Okay? Now, let's give you a couple of terms I want you to write down real quick. One is called lost opportunity costs. Lost opportunity costs. Lost opportunity costs. Can anybody tell me what lost opportunity cost stands for? Lost opportunity cost. Raise your hands. Let's participate. Lost opportunity cost. Very powerful word for you tonight. Lost opportunity cost. Anybody want to guess at it? Got a lady over here want to guess at it. Lost opportunity cost. Hey, Judy.
Is it the amount of money that you missed out on by not investing it?
Oh, that's good. She's real close. The amount of money you missed out on by not investing it. Okay. What would cause a person not to invest money? What is it? Knowledge of not knowing, right? She said knowledge of not knowing, which is one good point, okay? What's another point would cause a person not to invest money? They don't know how? Self-preservation, procrastination, anything else? What would cause a person not to invest money? What's the number one reason people say, well, I can't invest? What's the number one reason for saying that? They what? They don't have enough money, don't they? Lost opportunity cost, ladies and gentlemen, is in your what I spend sheet. That's your lost opportunity cost. When you go through that what I spend sheet and find out where you're wasting money, when you audit those bank accounts, find out where you're wasting money at. You knew that $100 of money the next 30 years could make you $250,000. You lost the opportunity to take that money you were wasting and invest it. Real simple. Lost opportunity cost. Okay? The second word I want you to understand is monetize, redirect, and reposition. What those stand for? Monetize, redirect, and reposition. Judy says, find the money. Okay, I like to read this. Real simple. Judy says, find the money, which is right. Redirect the money, right? Can redirect and reposition mean the same thing? Could it? Okay. Those are some terms we're going to be talking about over and over and over again. When I bring those terms back up, I want you to be able to tell me what they mean to you. We're going to give away some cards. Candace, you about ready to take over? All right. We're going to get into the training tonight. It's going to be a work night tonight, guys. We're going to be digging in tonight, okay? Any questions from the homework? Any questions? Yes, ma'am.
She was adopted and she didn't know her adoption parents. And so
Okay, could you repeat that in the mic?
when I was 30, about 31, so my mom told us she was adopted. We always felt like we were the only ones. We was poor and didn't have no uncles, no aunts or anything, no grandparents. So when she died, she was 81, and someone left her some money. And so the funeral home gave me that information. I called them. They said they can't give me any information. It's only they had to call the person that left it.
Okay.
Well, it was her mother, but her mama dead now. So
Okay.
they said, what can I do? Is it any recourse?
Absolutely. That's a good legal question, too. And David's going to be here on that estate planning night, right? Save that question for David on that particular night. He can answer that for you.
Okay,
The attorney
thank
is
you.
something we're using, okay? All right, good question. All right, Candace. Good. All right. Give her a hand.
How's it? Uh-oh, hello. Hello. Mic check. 1, 2. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Not really. One more time. Am I on? I'm not on. Lord have mercy. Don't judge me. All right, one more time. Hello. Hello. I did, I think. I think I switched it off. It's not lighting up. I don't think I'm on. I got it. You taught me. Let's do it again. I'm on now? Oh, yeah. Okay, here we go. Okay. How's the family? Okay, that was good. See, Deacon Thomas will get up here and he going to tell y'all all the good stuff. And I'm going to get here and you're going to be like, Candace, you the bad guy because I'm going to make you go to work. Y'all ready to go to work? Yeah. All right, I'm excited. One thing I'm excited about is that many of you, because when we walk around and we look at your documents, many of you have your worksheets finished or at least started. So if you finished it, raise your hand. Okay, that's good. We're coming by to check y'all out on the break because I'd really like to see what it looks like. Now, don't say finished is I got a mortgage, but I ain't got the interest rate. That means it's not done. We got to go back and get it, okay? Make sure it's completely finished. We're going to go through it step by step, and we're going to make sure we help you out. And then at the end of the class today, everything's going to go together. If you're not finished, that's okay. Remember we said come to class anyway? Did y'all get my email? Oh, okay. I want to make sure y'all got it because I got some extra stuff. But it says come to class anyway because we're going to work on it and you still show up. So that's exciting. Let's go ahead and you should have a worksheet that says find the cash. Now, Deacon Thomas just went over quite a bit of this in concept, but you know I like those documents. That's a thing for me. Uh-oh. There it is. I got it. All right. Okay, here we go. Okay, so one of the things we want to make sure we do is we want to watch the small or little things because a small leak can sink a great ship. What normally happens whenever you all were talking, you said, I spend a lot of money eating out. I eat out, I eat out, I eat out. That just means we're eating away our wealth. That's kind of how we look at it, right? We're eating away our wealth. We eat out a lot. That's okay, but we just got to put it into perspective. If you're going to eat out, you're eating out 5 times a week, probably need to eat out 3 times a week. Kind of how we look at it. Just put things into perspective. So let's keep going. Imagine that you hired this company, right? You got a business, and it's called You Inc. You know where I'm going with this, right? That business is called You Inc., and you're the company CFO. Would you fire yourself? Would you fire yourself? Yes. 80% of the room say yes. I'm firing myself. All right, so say you fired. Say it. You fired. I'm fired. Say you fired. Don't say I'm fired. Say it to somebody else like it's them. Because see, there you go, you fired. There you go. No, I'm serious. Do it. Come on, let's do it again. You fired. You got to fire yourself. I'm serious because sometimes you need to fire yourself so you can rehire the other person or the better version of yourself. Oh, you caught it. You caught it. Yeah. Let's do it again. You got to say you fired. You fired. Okay. Y'all see how y'all looked at somebody and was like, you fired, like it ain't me, it's you. And then take your phone out. Come on. Let's do it. It's a real thing. Take your phone out and go to the camera. If you got a great iPhone, it's going to click right there on the front. You know, I don't know what your Androids do, you know. I'm just kidding. But I'm serious. Pull your phone out. Look at yourself in the mirror like this. Yeah, look at you. No. And say, you're hired. Ooh, don't it feel good when you smiled when you said it? You smiled. Oh, yeah. Do it again. Say, you're hired. You are hired. That's a big deal. It's a big deal. You laugh at me, but it's a real thing because sometimes you gotta take yourself out of the situation and get unpersonal. Get your money, make your money unpersonal. Like disconnect yourself from the money and just use the money as a tool. Sometimes we're so connected to it, like, oh my God, I gotta hold on to it so much. And the reality is you need to disconnect yourself so you can do right with your money. So it's not about your feelings and your emotions, but it's about the best thing for your life and for your money and for it to be the greatest thing for you and your future self. So who's hired around here? Y'all ready to make some changes? Yes, all right, let's get to it because all of this is about mindset. What is cash flow? All right, look at y'all. That's good. All right. Y'all kind of jumbled it, so let's give you a formula. On your sheet, it says cash flow, question mark. There's a formula. It is income minus expenses. Everybody got that? Income minus expenses equals cash flow. Now, most times when people look at concepts and we start talking about money, you want to pull your hair out, right? You're like, oh my God, why we got to talk about this? Why I got to look at myself in the mirror? Why I got to do this? I got this anxiety behind what's going on. Why? Listen, just calm down. Just chill. Calm down. You don't have to pull your hair out. I don't know about you, but I wasn't taught about money either, but I learned about it. You can learn about it. You can learn a new skill, and that's what we're going to do together. Don't pull your hair out. Just take one step at a time. We talked about it last week. That's what we're going to do. We good? All right. Income minus expenses equals. And when you did your worksheet, you would know what your cash flow is. Don't answer out loud. But some of you are cash flow positive, and some of you are cash flow negative. You have to identify what your cash flow is. Whatever your number is, whether good or bad, you should know what it is. Does everyone have a number? If you don't, I need to see you next week. What time we start class? At 5:30. I'm going to be here about 5:15, so the real ones will be here about 5:15. I was here today. Who was here with me? Yeah, you did. You opened the door for me. We talked. Young lady over here, we talked. Listen, if you don't know your number today, that means you didn't finish your homework, your success steps. It's okay. Come next week early. 5:30. Who coming? All right. Okay. Y'all say that. Because, see, y'all call my phone in the middle of the week and say, Candace, I need some extra help. That ain't what we talked about. Show up early, because I'm here. I'm going to sacrifice with you. We good? Okay, we're going to see. Everybody talking that good trash today. If you have no idea, you come in here early with me next week. All right, let's do it. It's okay. Everything's wonderful. We moving. So the best thing you can do for yourself, actually, you can do anything but stay the same. I'm going to say it again because sometimes we miss it. You can do anything but stay the same. Me and Deacon Thomas talk all the time, and he said, Candace, if you stay green, then you're ripe. But he said if you stop staying green, you get ripe, and when your banana get ripe, it turn what? It turn brown, and it start to do what? Start to rotting, get mushy. That means it's doing what? Is it dying? I don't know. My sister kind of like them brown. I don't like that. At the end of the day, if we get too ripe, that means we're dying. So either you're growing or you're dying. I'm going to say it again. Either you're growing or you're dying. And when we look at the concept, the Lord put us here to grow, learn, and continue to do his work, right? And if we can't control our finances, that means that we're out of his alignment because he tells us to, right? You can do anything but stay the same. The person you came in as won't be the same person you leave as. That's why we said fire yourself. All of it goes together. We get it? All right. Who took a look in the mirror today? All y'all looked in the mirror? You looked in that phone, right? At the end of the day, you got to take a look in your mirror when you start talking about finances. You got to meet Tim. I won't talk about y'all. I'll talk about Tim. Tim decides to eat out every day for breakfast. He spends $5. Now, I don't know where he's eating at because $5 is cheap. $5 for breakfast, $12 for lunch. Uh-oh. He ate a snack. Come on, snack for $8. Now, don't play. You go to the store, get a energy drink and some chips. Facts. You get them tax on there, it's over. $8. Okay. $25 a day. How much is that a month? We talking about snack, chip, cookies and pops. $5 a week, 5 days a week at $25 is $500 a month. This didn't say dinner. And he didn't have a beverage. Y'all know what a beverage is, right? I told y'all last week, I'm done talking to y'all. I'm talking to this side of the room. These my friends over here, okay? He didn't have dinner. And he still spent $500 a month. He hadn't went grocery shopping. He hadn't bought dinner. How many of us are doing this? Raise your hand high. Yeah, look in the mirror. It's all right. Cool. I used to do it too because I felt like I make good money. I'm all right. I should get what I want when I want it. It's all good. It's money in the account. I'm just going to swipe. I'm going to get another check Friday. It's all good. When we think like that, and then we start to make excuses for ourselves to stay poor. And when I say poor, it's not poor as in money. It's poor as in mentality. When you pass over opportunities repeatedly, POOR, don't miss it. When you pass over opportunities repeatedly, it makes us in a position where we stay exactly where we are, and it's not poor as in state of money, it's poor as in state of mindset, mentality, and we're never going to be able to grow past where we are. It's not fun to talk about it, y'all, but it's a real thing, and we have to stop making excuses for ourselves to stay in the situation we're in. Earlier, some of you all, when you start talking about what you put on your paper, you start making excuses. Well, I can't do this, or I can't do that. Don't make excuses for you to stay where you at. And if you make them, just keep them to yourself. Because the person at the table with you is encouraged by you. Earlier, the young lady said, well, I did X, Y, and Z. Somebody was like, ooh, you worse than me. You got to think about it. Think about how we like to look at other people. We just going to take a look in our own mirrors, right? Same thing with Tim. Somebody like, I don't do that, but I do something like that. Yeah, y'all ain't like me today. I told you. Charles told y'all nice stuff. I ain't nice. We ain't doing it. On your paper, let's talk about what we can do to find the cash. Meal prep. Anybody do that? Okay, got a few. That's good. What y'all cooking this week? Variety? Chicken, salad, tuna. Okay. That's cool. Who else? What y'all cooking this week? Who didn't cook this week? All right, cool. What y'all cooking this week? One meal. Come on. I'm trying to get pictures and everything. Show me a picture. You know, we should put pictures everywhere. Show me a picture. What'd you say? Lasagna? Okay. That lasts 2 days. It's better the second day. Like spaghetti. The seasons, get in there. The reason I'm asking questions, because meal prep is a way for us to save money, right? I'm asking questions because when you start to think about and start saying things out loud, you implement them in your life. So what y'all cooking this week? This side was quiet. Okay, sliders yesterday, pork chops, sweet potatoes. Good. Stir fry. Okay, quick and easy. I like it. Let him get you a mic, because I ain't going to be able to repeat that. They got to hear you online. Go ahead.
Okay, so I work on campus, and I went to the Student Center. I figured out I can do breakfast if I go on Monday, and I get what I'm going to get, and I can eat on that all week.
Okay.
Is that kind of like,
that's
a start, ain't it?
That's a start. It's a good start. You spend one time, and you get to eat on it for a couple days.
Yeah, it's like $6.
Yeah.
And then I can eat on it all week.
All week. That's a win, honey. That's good. Where you work at? That's good. I cook all the time. That's good. You got pictures. That's what I'm talking about. Baked salmon, roasted baked potatoes, and steamed broccoli. That's good. When you say it out loud, y'all don't recognize you help each other. See, nobody's going to say it, but it's like, oh, I could cook that this week. I got that in the freezer.
Yeah, I cook enough to where I can have enough for a couple of days.
Yeah, that's good. I cook enough to where I can have enough for a couple of days. That's what she said. That's pretty good. You save money that way. All right. We wrote down meal prep. Okay. How many days a week can I do this? See, if you haven't been doing it, let's not say every day. Don't be trying to trick me. 2 days a week. Okay, that's a good start. Somebody else? Just hold up numbers on your fingers. 1 day, 3 days, 3. I got 3, I got 1. Okay, 25, 35, 40. Good. All right, 4 days. That's good.
3 days, you have leftover next day, next leftover next day.
That's good. Use your leftovers, they said. Okay. All right, let's keep going. Cut down on eating out. That automatically goes in with meal prep. All right, we got it. Did y'all write down a number on what day? How long? How many days? 4 days. Okay, good. Cut down on eating out. That's the next one. We don't have to stay here, right? We get it. Everybody get it? Deacon Thomas said lost opportunity costs earlier. I'm going to show you some numbers later that if you don't change our actions, right, if you don't change it based on the numbers we give you, it won't work. I promise. So we're going to show you what happens when we keep eating up our wealth. and also what happens if we keep giving the government our money. That's our premise for tonight. All right? How many days can I cut down on eating out? How many days I'm not going to eat out this week? What you not going to do? I'm not going to eat out 5 days. I've been eating out 7 days. I'm going to cut 5 of them. That's good. Okay. That's going to be big. Right. I'm OPMing it, somebody else's money, other people's money. But see, that's not regular, and I don't want everybody to think they're going to be able to do that, because if you hadn't been doing it, let's be real, you're not going to do that. What are you going to do? Give me some numbers. Fingers, 4 days. I'm cutting 4, cutting 4, cutting 3, 3, 3, 3. Cutting 5. Okay, cutting 5 up here. 4. How many at this table? How many we cutting? 4. You don't eat out? Okay, good. Y'all cook. I like that. That's good. It don't be good most of the time that way, and don't get it to go. My goodness. Bad. All right. Who still got cable? Got a question? Cut down on days, but don't make up on that one day though. Okay. I'm going to let him say that. I won't say it. He said it. I didn't say it.
You can cut down on your days, but don't make it up in one day, though.
That's valid.
It's easy to do that.
So you're saying don't cut out 3 days, and then on the weekend you get 2 drinks, and let me be clear, you get 2 beverages, the most expensive meal, and you bought something for your friend. Yeah, that's real. That's true. Well, we done did good all week. Let's celebrate. Got a question over here. Hold on 1 second. Let them hear it. Let them hear it.
I was just saying, even yesterday for the Super Bowl, you normally have cable or whatever at somebody's party. So I didn't go to a party. I went to what's this restaurant? U.S. Pizza, and I called them ahead of time. I said, "Are you guys watching the game?"
Mm-hmm.
She said, So she said, "Hold on a minute. Yeah, we can turn it on."
Yeah, they can go buy the package.
I said, "I'm on my way." So I watched that for free. Normally you pay to watch the game and all that kind of stuff. So that was a saver for me because I love football. So that's the way. Think of some creative ways, free things to go to, stuff like that. That'll cut down on a lot of money too.
Absolutely. That's good. Free stuff and happy hour if you're going.
Hey, Candace.
Somebody got capital?
Candace.
Oh, yep.
I kind of have a question, comment. So I work at home 5 days a week. I don't have to actually go to the office. I'm supposed to, but I don't. But so that helps me not to eat out because if I get up at 7, I'm not getting in the car driving. So any other recommendation? Because I think I could do the 5 because I don't, but maybe
That's
the
good.
Saturday and Sunday I would mess up.
But she got a recommendation. She worked from home. And you also cut on gas, just so you know. And you cut on clothing and items, There's a whole lot of things you cut on.
I work from home. I've been working from home in the last 4 years, but I still meal prep because it still helps me have food available and ready. So I still meal prep. Like yesterday, I went in and meal prepped everything and put it in the refrigerator. That way I won't be, if I'm busy or in a hurry, I won't be like, oh, I ain't got time to cook this, or I'm going to go out and get something. So that it helps me. And I still also say if I'm going out, I have a limit. After that, that's it.
It's good. It's good. All right. Somebody got cable? 2, 3, 5, 7. Y'all still got cable? Ooh, how many channels you watch? All of them? About 5 of them. Man, y'all can really get some streaming channels, but don't get 5 streaming channels. Just get like 1 or 2 to get your 5 channels that you watch. That cable high, man. I looked at somebody's cable bill earlier. I ain't gonna say no names. It's real high. She said what happened is that don't they have like a discount for so long, and then they hit you? That's how they get you. You're right, Miss Floyd. Cut it off. Cut it off. So it depends on which channels you get. They have different streaming services. Normally, each service like $10 to $20. It's depending on what you're getting. But I would highly recommend getting you some streaming, because if you got internet and cable, you missing out on streaming. You can cut that cable bill. If y'all still got cable, you just need to evaluate cable. Okay? What that thing say? Cut the cable. Number 3. There you go. Reevaluate. Sometimes, just so you know, they have options to where if you're in a contract, because they, cable do that. Put you in a contract. Make sure you ask them to freeze or pause or something of that nature your subscription with them, and they'll pull it down to a reduced price if you're in a contract. Ask them. Okay? And tell them you're considering moving to a different company, and that different company is going to take you over, and they'll do something for you. They're going to send you to escalation so they can save you. Yeah, that's what they're going to do. Don't ask me why I know. I used to. Yes, ma'am. Escalation. Oh, you the escalation call. Yeah. It's a thing. You don't have to escalate in voice. You just need to escalate the call to say, I need to speak with someone that's going to help me to get my bill down. Yeah, they're going to send you, the department is called escalation. Yeah. They fix it because we're going to lose a customer. That's what that means. I know I told you to go get a subscription, then I said delete some subscriptions, right? You're like, Candace, come on, what? Is that number 4? Delete the subscriptions. Now, some of us, we said we cut the cable 5 years ago, but then we went and picked up 20 subscriptions. Melissa, you laughing real hard. I think I'm talking to you. It's okay. If you did it, it's fine. Cut them. If you don't know what it is, cut the card off. I think that's in here. Cut the card off. If you cut the card off, the subscriptions will automatically cut. And then anything you decide to go watch later, you'll be like, oh, it's off. Let me go put my new card on file. That's a strategy. Oh, y'all like, oh, did you write that down? That's a good one. Cut the card. Me and Deacon Thomas talked. He said, yeah, Candace, cut about once a year. And, I had got kind of bad at the subscriptions for a while because I cut the cable. And I was like, I cut my card every 6 months. Do lost. Uh-oh, the bank was here. Okay. Don't tell the bank I told you. Don't tell the bank I told you, okay? Don't tell them, hey, I need to cut my subscription, so I need a new card. You say, hey, somebody stole my card. I think it's lost or stolen. I can't find it nowhere. Y'all think I'm playing? I'm serious. If you don't, they're going to charge you for the card. All right. Y'all don't want to listen to me. Okay. All right. The next one. What's that? That hair, you know what I'm saying? Y'all have it laid. I know, don't talk about me because I had a puff last week and I got my hair done this week. You judged me just then. You did. He's like, can you get your hair done? I understand. My mama do hair. Ha, I got you. So this the thing. Once a month, every other month, if you on a tight financial plan, get some braids, work it out. Sew in, whatever you're doing to last you a little while. Put your good rag on. We wear them dashiki rags now. Put some up there. It look real great. But because the thing is that you can sacrifice when you're trying to keep your money. All right. Cut it. Now, a financial plan is not about not doing what you desire. But right now, if you tight, we might have to pull back until we can go do the things we enjoy. Okay? Yes.
When I was growing up, it was a commercial called, it was a little lady, she said, I save now so I can spend later. And that has always stuck with me.
She said, say it again. You say that last part again?
The little lady on the commercial when I was a kid, she said, save now so I can spend later. That's what she does. And it has always, so I had always had a little saving in my mind. I get crazy sometimes because I make sacrifices and you go stupid.
I understand. Shop around. Shop, number 6, shop around for insurance. Auto insurance, big deal. Deacon Charles said earlier, don't fall in love with your insurance company. When was the last time you shopped? Some of us get stuck because we got a bundle with our mortgage and car. We get stuck. Don't get stuck. Shop around. You can actually shop around and put a different phone number on file so they won't keep calling you. I do this in real life. That's why I can tell y'all. Don't call. Man, you put your number in there. Ooh, they blowing you up because they trying to get that new customer. Give them the right email so you can see their emails, but put the different phone number in there. Like, do 1 digit off on accident. Let me give you another strategy, because y'all looking at me like I be, listen. Y'all can keep the headaches. I don't want it. You can get a Google number. Google numbers are free. And I get a Google number. I got a Google number just for trash stuff, right? I put the Google number on there, and then I put the Google number. Everybody with a Gmail account gets a Google number for free, just for educational purposes. If you didn't know it, it's free. Go in there. You get a Google number that's connected to the area. It's a real number. You put the number in there, and then you put the Google number on D&D. So it never rings, but I can see all the messages that come through on the computer, on your Google number. Do not disturb. D&D, sorry. Do not disturb. That's the millennial in me. It just came out. It don't come through. It makes sense. My phone not set up like that, so I get that Google number or I put the wrong number in there. But you should shop around for insurance, okay? We got it? It's another one. Home insurance. Many of our home insurance in Arkansas went up because of the storms and tornadoes and stuff. And if your home insurance went up, that's like your mortgage went up, right? Because it's built into your actual insurance, it's built into the mortgage. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Yes. So you got this letter from escrow, and escrow says, hey, you either going to give us $1,800 or we going up on your price of your mortgage every month to make up the difference because your insurance price went up. They didn't say it that simply, because you're like, why is this and that? But that's what they said, okay? And so when the numbers went up, it made your mortgage go up if you didn't pay the difference, but it's mainly because the insurance went up. It's going to be hard to find affordable insurance in Arkansas right now, but do your best. Just shop around. It won't hurt. Yes? How often should we shop? I say once a year. It's a good recommendation, but if you want to do every 2 years, especially if you got a good rate and they hadn't went up, it's a good time. And if you get a great rate, and until they go up on your rate, I would stay if it's a great rate. But if you won't know unless you shop. And if everybody else is higher, I'm going to keep what I got. Don't cancel it. Shop. Okay? Don't commit. Everybody good? Mm-hmm. All right. I think number 8 is beware of Amazon. What's that site name? Temu. Is it Temu? Temu. That's my grandma call it. Boy, my grandma got a resale shop. My auntie better not tell her I talked about her. I know she online. She got a resale shop. Boy, she was Temuing it up. She buying everything. She's like, yeah, kid, it's my new stuff. My new stuff sell better than that used stuff at the resale shop. I said, Grandma, you spending so much money that you ain't making no money. You ain't making no money. She went on Temu, though. Shein. Fashion Nova. Miss Tanya. You got all the names up here. Y'all. That Afterpay will get you. Man, it gets you. Because see, you shopping, and they know. It's like, oh, I want to buy it. Let me just pay it later. That Afterpay is a bill. Even if it ain't right now, you still got to pay it later. That's like credit card. It's a bill. 4 payments instead of right now. Well, if I don't have the money right now, I probably shouldn't spend it. It got quiet, didn't it? I told them they weren't going to like me. No, I got quiet, Brad. Y'all do me a favor. Just breathe. I'm serious. How's the family? I don't know. How's the family? The family's hurting a little bit. That's what she said. I'm hurting a little bit, Candace. If we don't look in the mirror and identify, we can't fix it. Or you could just keep giving Amazon all the money. They got millions, you know what I'm saying?
They look, my niece had Prime, and she would just give me a hard time when I asked to order. It wasn't that often.
Mm-hmm.
So I got Prime, and I got issues.
That's the thing. Will it come in 2 days? It's that instant gratification. I don't know if y'all heard the pastor. He said how Google and Amazon and those things become our guides because they give us everything. When you ask Google, they give us all the answers, right? And you ask, you look on Amazon, and it gives you all what you're asking for, everything, right? So we have to be very careful with those things in our lives. If you didn't see that sermon, boy, you got to go back and watch that one. It was real good. Was that the New Year's one, the first Sunday of the year? It was amazing. Yeah. Let's see. Life insurance. We're going to talk about life insurance in another session, so I won't stay here long. But many of us could be overpaying on life insurance, and then the life insurance policy is not actually what they said it was going to be. So somebody watched a TikTok video. The TikTok video said, yeah, if you get this kind of life insurance, it can be your bank. And you're going to be your own bank. You got this money. You're going to have millions of dollars in 10 years. That thing don't work like that. It sounds good, though. It could work if it's funded properly, if you got the right financial plan, but you're going to spend so much more money to make it work, you need a lot of cash flow to do it. Most people aren't able to do that, and they didn't know until they get to the end of the policy and it runs out on you, and you say, well, why don't I have any life insurance? Because we bought the wrong plan. Deacon Thomas, I know you can speak to this, and we'll talk about it more on the insurance night, but I'm going to need us to also understand that on TikTok, they give us pieces of great information. But that 30 seconds is not how the full thing works. It just gives us pieces of information. That sounds good because they marketing, because all they want you to do is click like so they can get paid. Do we understand? Hello? Everybody okay? Yeah, y'all getting quiet on me because y'all looked at that video and was like, ooh, I want to do that. I understand. Now, we can take a break. Oh, we can't take a break yet. All right, we'll take a break when the food comes. I'm going to keep going. That means we're going to be on time tonight. The next part is talking about correcting your W-4. Did anybody get a chance to do it? Yeah. Kinda? Okay. Got some questions? We'll cover the questions. All right. We got food? Okay. Pastor Thomas on the way. Okay, no worries. We're good. We can keep on. Anybody here have teacher's retirement? A couple. Okay. Teacher's retirement is going to be different from the W-4 you have. Anybody here have a pension? APRS? APRS, I think APRS have W-4P, I believe. All right? So if you have a teacher's retirement, can y'all do me a favor and come to me so we can move it faster? Come to me real quick and grab these documents. Teacher's retirement, I got a couple. And if you're retired and you have a pension, I have a couple of those as well. Because the pension and the pension is different from just a regular W-4. Pension? Teacher's retirement? You got one of these? Teacher's retirement? I think I gave you two. You got the W-4P? Good, good. Perfect. I call myself being prepped. Look at that. 401k. If you have 401k, that's going to be a W-4P if you're receiving funds from it. I got you. If you're receiving funds from it, you're going to have the W-4P. It's going to be very similar. The words we'll say will be the same. The form is just a little different. Okay? All right. The W-4, we're going to talk about it. It's tax season. Y'all filed your taxes yet? Nope. Me either. Woo. If you early, you're probably missing forms and stuff, just so you know. Blank W-4, it's going to be in the black folder on page, somebody help me. 15, black folder, page 15. Thank you. Everybody have one? right, we're going to roll because normally this is the class that this session is the one that has the most questions. Different kind of questions, all the things. So we'll go right into it. Is that okay? Everybody okay? All right, let's roll. This is Coco. Coco's my example tonight. She's going to have a scenario, but I want you to make sure your form is filled out the way your situation is. All right? Now, Coco is an amazing woman. What happened, she decided, I'm going to put my electric bill on auto, but I don't know how much it's going to be, like the minimum payment. All I'm going to do is I'm going to pay $200 a month. No matter what happened, I'm paying $200. Don't really make a lot of sense, but she did it. Coco gets at the end of the year, and the electric company sends her a thing that says you have a credit of $1,200. And she like, why would I have a credit of $1,200? What happened to Coco? She overpaid her electric bill. Do that make sense? Well, you beg to differ, Ms. Tanya. Well, this is the thing. What happens with Coco and her electric bill happens to many people every single day when they overpay their taxes because they have the W-4 form filled out incorrectly. And you like, what? What you talking about? When you overpay taxes and you let the government hold your money, it's the same concept as overpaying your electric bill. The difference between the electric company and the government is that the electric company is not going to give Coco her money back. The government kind of does if you file your taxes right. So let's talk about the first way to find cash flow most people miss is because they're overpaying their taxes. And we want to make sure you're not. So anybody got a job? Okay. Somebody got a business? 2 or 3. Okay. Business and a job. All right, good. Make sure. All right. Wonderful. Get it. I like it. Disclaimer. This is important. St. Mark and Arvest Bank and Candace Woodruff does not guarantee that you'll receive an increase on your paycheck by adjusting your W-4. All results vary based on each individual's unique situation, and you should see a qualified tax professional. I said qualified tax professional. A who? Qualified tax professional if you are unsure of your form. What normally happens is people go to the tax professional that they friend that do that take the calls around the corner, and they say, yeah, I do taxes this season, and then, well, you know, it mess up, and then you can't find them. It's okay if that's what you do. It's all good. We just want to make sure we're very clear on where we're going. Now, y'all know I like to have a good time, right? I love Cat. He just be telling the truth, you know. He was like, that WFO, what is that? You know? He be serious. But some people looked at me like that when I said it, especially last week. So let's talk about what the form is. Y'all ready? Somebody want to read to me what the first couple of lines say? Somebody see? Can y'all see? Somebody see? Now y'all want to read it. All right, I'll read it. Golly, boy, you're working me today. Purpose of the form. Y'all sure? Y'all like, no, that's a lot, Candace. All right. Complete form W-4 so that your employer can withhold the correct federal income tax from your pay. Let me say it in our words. Y'all ready? All right, in our words, it said, your job is not responsible for this form. You are. All they're going to do is take the taxes out and how much ever you tell them to take. Y'all with me? Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what happens later. It says, if too little is withheld, you will generally owe taxes when you file your tax return, and you may owe a penalty. If too much is withheld, everybody say too much, is withheld, so that means they took too much out of my check. You will generally be due a refund. What is a refund? Re means again, and fund means money. Somebody ain't gonna like me today. I'm gonna keep talking. But I'm not gonna tell you what Candace said. This is the actual form. The form said it. Okay, keep going, Candace. Complete a new form W-4 When changes to your personal or financial situation would change the entries on the form. Change the form when your life change. What's a life change? I get married. I have a child. I get divorced. What else? I retired. What about when my kids get older? Ooh, what's the age? 18, raise your hand. Y'all don't know. Somebody say, I don't know, Candace. Somebody say 18, but if they go to school, it's 25. Boy, y'all forms all wrong, boy. I love it. Boy, y'all forms wrong, man. What happens is that we try to figure out why we owe taxes. It's because we don't understand because we ain't read the form. I ain't going to tell you what it is. I'm going to let the form tell you. The number 17. Somebody said 17 on this side, the number 17. But we'll talk about it later. I ain't going to tell you what I said. I'll tell you what the form said. You are responsible. Who's responsible? You. Me. Say me. Man, that's a big deal. The last week, we've had 10 people to say, there's no taxes coming out of my check, Candace, and I didn't know it. Direct deposit is amazing until it's not, because you don't know what's coming out or not. And you don't see a check stub normal. It's not normal unless you're intentional about going to look at it, right? Y'all understand what I'm saying? So they was like, Candace, my form, something wrong, ain't no taxes coming out. I was like, yeah, you made $50,000 and paid $400 in taxes. What you want me to do with that? That's how I talk to my clients. We got a relationship. You looked at me like I was supposed to fix it. Nope, you got your money all year. So we should have the money, right? No. It says you are responsible for the accuracy. This should be looked at and updated every year, and you should update it when life changes. So why is it often filled out incorrectly? Because it's not looked at annually, because the form changes every year, unfortunately, but it's true. And then it says exemptions are confused with allowances, and these days, there are no allowances. All they put on your form is credits. If you have one child, it's $2,000. That's a credit. That's how they do it. They tried to make it simple, but it's confusing because if we don't understand tax, we ain't gonna know what to do with the form, right? And so we're gonna show you today how to manage, how to do it. If you're married, filing jointly, anybody doing that? Okay, wonderful. I'm talking to you. There is only one W-4 form for the house. If you owe taxes all the time, I'm gonna tell you why today. You should split the number, or the person making the most money annually should use the W-4 and the other one is on 0. Y'all quiet, I mean, this is your first time hearing this. Amazing, you're learning something. If you do not file taxes together, then the W-4 is filled out separately as single. Now we got some families, and it's wonderful, do whatever you do, right? Can't tell you what to do with your taxes. But you say, Candace, you know, this lady told me, he got that tax debt. That ain't my tax debt. So I'm going to file me and the kids, and he going to file by himself. But the issue is that all year long, the form said married. So that meant they was taking taxes out of his check at a married rate, although they don't file their taxes married. You all see that could be a problem? Yes. Absolutely. So I'm not here to give you advice today. I'm just going to read the form to you, tell you what to do, and how you should potentially do your form. We sound good? Good. Married people, fill out the form together. Okay? Ooh, y'all quiet. Y'all hungry? All right. We got about 5 more minutes. I can keep going. Okay. Head of household. This is Coco, the Johnson family. She has 1 kid. Fill your form out. We're going to do it together. She has 1 kid. She makes about $49,000 at a job. On the top of the form, it's very simple. You just put your personal info. Everybody got their personal info there? Yeah. Wonderful. Put it. Now, head of household is her status. Now, I know that you are single. You take your own trash out. You take care of yourself. You ain't got no kids, and you think you the head of household. Wonderful in your world. in the tax world, you are single, not head of household. Why? Because head of household means that you can carry somebody on your taxes and that you're unmarried. Let me read the form. It say unmarried and pay more than 50% of the cost of keeping up a home for yourself and a dependent. Or, let me be clear, a qualifying individual. That dependent could also be a parent. I won't give you too many tax strategies tonight because y'all didn't hire me, you know what I'm saying? Here we go. What's important? If you're unmarried on the last day of the year, very important, you pay more than 50% of the house of your home to keep up the cost of your home. This is all head of household. I got you. 1 second. Qualifying person lived with you for more than a half the year. Very important. A child still in college counts as a dependent. These are facts, especially if you taking care of the bills. We'll talk about that. And if they get a 1098-T, you should carry the 1098-T, not the child. The only time this is not a thing is if that parent makes too much money and the kid kind of works on their own and need the school to not look at their parents' income for purposes of funding. All right? That's called a strategy. You should be smart and make sure you use it the right way. If not, you could be losing because if that kid isn't really making over the threshold of money, they're still a dependent. A dependent parent does not have to live with you. Facts. Oh, somebody missed it. Oh, yeah, didn't know that. I understand. Paying child support does not qualify you as a head of household. Although it's great that you pay and handle children. Absolutely. All right, I think that's all the facts on that one. I had a question back here. It may not be. Those are facts. You can look it up, but Google it, you know. And go to the IRS site and search head of household, and it'll give you bullets that talks about it, and it's there. You can take a picture and go fact check me, but I know it's true. It's wonderful. Good stuff. You learned something yet? Mm-hmm. All right, we moving.
Let me ask you this, though, Kim.
Sure.
The dependent doesn't have to live with you. Does that mean they're out in college, or you paying their bills somewhere else?
Gotta be careful with you paying their bills somewhere else. You gotta be careful with that. I didn't say that. See, Candace didn't say that. Yep, see, be putting words in my mouth. Take a picture of that screen. I didn't say that. No.
When it says your parents does not have to live with you.
If your parents are disabled and you help care for them, but they may live in a facility, they could still be carried as a dependent if you care for that parent. And all they receive is Social Security. See, there's extras, right? So you're going to try to take my stuff and you're going to go with it and mess up? Don't do that. I ain't saying you. See, don't take it personal. I didn't take it personal. Don't do that. All I'm saying is be a qualified tax professional should assist you with the information. And if they don't know, find somebody to do. Send an email. I'll answer your questions. But if it's personal, seriously. Because what happens is that we may think we know, but if your parent gets Social Security, I'm going to stay here because it was like an aha moment when I said it. If your parent receives Social Security and their retirement check, they're not a dependent. They got money. Yeah. Okay? We have to be careful. You have to know what you're doing to use the strategies. We hungry yet? Woo, Brad. How's the family? Y'all like, nah, Candace, I just want to go, keep going. No, we're going to pause. We ready. So let's pray. I'll pray real quick. Dear Lord, we'd like to thank you for allowing us to be in this place, in your presence, in your name. Lord, before we ask you for anything, we just like to thank you for everything. Yes. Lord, we ask you to bless this food. Let it be a nourishment to the body. And anything that does not belong, we ask you to take it out. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, let's eat real quick. Grab your food. Come on back now. Y'all gonna make it for President's Day next week? All right. Somebody said, I thought we was closing for President's Day. Well, I just want to be very clear. We are open on President's Day. We want to be real clear. The president takes care of the global economy. Your mayors, you know, they take care of the local economy. Who takes care of your economy? Me, right? You. So we got to make sure we're very clear. President's Day is wonderful for the president, but we will be in class on President's Day to keep learning about our money on all the presidents and all of that. We will not go over the presidents. There's enough going on. Okay, we got a little bit of time with a lot of stuff to cover. Y'all ready? Yep. We're going to have to speed this thing up. I didn't realize it, but it's time. Okay. We're on step 2. What step? What step? All right. It says do only one of the following. I'm going to keep it simple to make sure you're accurate. They do have a estimator on the IRS site. All right. They do have an estimator on the IRS site, but we're going to make sure the form is right so you don't have to go through all of that. Okay. What's important is that you're only going to do one of the following. I'm going to keep it simple. Coco does not have to push the button or do anything in step 2 because she's head of household and none of the other things apply to her. But if you are married and both you and your spouse work, I'm going to repeat this because you was chewing. Somebody missed it. I said, if you are married and you and your spouse work, there's a button right there in step 2. It's like a little box. Y'all see the box? That box should be checked. If you are married, filing taxes together, and both you and your spouse work. There's a few things there. I'm going to say it one more time. If you are married, you file taxes together, you and your spouse work. Click that box because there's 2 incomes in the household. And if you're overpaying taxes, no. If you're owing taxes every year, it's because the box isn't checked. I'm telling you. What's happening is that you're not allocating for each other. You're looking like you're only filing just you and only one person works. Okay? Very important. We together? I got to move. Anybody check the box? Okay. Good. Good. Yes. Good. Good. Step 3. We had this good debate earlier. We said, what's the age of the child? If your income will be less than $200,000 or $400,000 or less married, multiply the number of qualifying children under the age of 17. Please listen to me. Under the age of 17. Reading is very important when it comes to this form. I'm really not being smart right now. I'm just reading the form. And what happens is that we're just filling out the form real quick and we're not reading it. Under the age of 17. So what happens is that our children grow up and they get older and older, and then we still feel like they kids because we still taking care of them. But whenever they hit that age of 17, that's called aging out. And you no longer get the child tax credit for that kid. So that $2,000 is gone. And when you thought you was going to get that refund and you owed, it was over. But we didn't look at our form at the first of the year so that we could check it out and see if we were supposed to. Okay? Under the age of 17. So that means if they turn 17, do I put the number here? No. Right. So it's really 16. But under 17, 16. So if they turn 17 in 2023, that means it's the last time. That was it. Doesn't mean you're not going to be able to carry them. That just means they're not going to get the full credit and you need to update your form. Okay? In Coco's case, her kid is young. She's putting 2,000. Does everybody have a number or a 0? We got something? Okay, I'm going to move. Multiply the number of other dependents by 500. If that kid turns 17, now they don't go in the first box. They go in the second one because I only get a $500 credit for them. Wow. From 2000 to 5, boy, that 5 ain't doing nothing for me, right? I spent more money than that. I can't take that class, okay? In Coco's case, it's $2,000. Everybody got a number? We got to move because I got a lot to cover in a little bit of time. Step 4, other income not from the job. You got a business. And if you have a business and you want to allocate funds on your form for your job, you can do it here. I'm going to tell you that this is not job income. I'm also going to tell you if you have a business and a job, you need to make sure you get somebody that know what they're doing with your taxes. I promise. 0 for this case. Deductions. Here we go. If you expect to claim deductions other than the standard, that includes things called itemized deductions, charity, personal property taxes, your registration for your vehicles. Many of you missed that, just so you know. I gave to Goodwill. I need that little $500 at least. Did you know that you can claim up to $500 on Goodwill receipts with no actual receipts? Only up to 5 now. Don't do anything more than that. Yeah, it's the whole thing. What about student loan interest? Don't forget those. That's a thing. Take everything you qualify for. I did a video about it the other day. Many people miss it. Don't miss it, okay? You bought a new vehicle and you paid the sales tax? Uh-huh. It's better to pay it outside of the actual car note. Don't pay interest on sales tax, right? You should put that on your taxes. That's a deduction. If you don't get it for the federal to itemize on federal, you still get the benefit on state. I promise you should use it. We're here? We together? I just gave you some free tax advice just then. Okay. In this case, they're going to take the standard. Let's talk about what that even means real quick. Do you want the government to take some extra money out of your check? No. I want to just pay the right amount? Yes. Okay. That's right. That's good. If you're having to do this because you owe every year, something's wrong, you should seek a qualified tax professional. Okay? What does it mean to have the standard deduction? The standard deduction is a number that they give everybody in the world based on your filing status. So they say, if you're single or married filing separate, in 2024, you get $14,600. Let's say you make $20,000. It's a real bad example, but just understand me. $20,000 is what you made. They're going to give you the standard, so it's going to be $20,000 minus $14,600 off top. No matter what, no matter who you are. If your itemizations is not above that, you will get the standard automatically, period. I'm going to stop there. We ain't going to make it complicated. You get it no matter what. Everybody good? Yes. In this case, had a household, meaning that Coco filed somebody, is $21,900 off the top of her income, off the top. All right. Now, let's give an example. Coco paid mortgage interest at $5,000. She gave $6,000 to charity. She did co-pays for prescriptions. Many of y'all missed that. Anything you pay out of your pocket, you better put on that tax return. Don't miss it. Them 30, 30, 30 every time you go to the doctor, or them prescriptions, that add up. She said, really? Yeah. Yeah, co-pay, all that. Anything got a pocket, put it on there. Okay. Her total is $12,950. What is the standard for head of household? $21,000. Is it enough? No, so she's going to get the standard. Does that mean you don't put it on there? You put it on there because she may itemize on what? State. Good. Somebody listening to me. Put it on there anyway. I'm not your tax professional. Some of you I am. But if you work with me, we taking everything we supposed to take. Legally, ethically, and morally. Here we go. Keep going. This is the summary. This is what your form should look like if you had a household with one kid. Let's be very clear. If you like a refund, you won't get a refund if you fill your form out right. Oh, you ain't like that. What's a refund? Interest-free loan you gave to the government. It's money you gave all year and then they give it back to you, right? Re means again, fund means money. I know that this is a hard pill to swallow. I just need us to understand. I'm going to say it today, and then I'm going to say it next time. I'm going to say it on my videos, because culturally, we like, you ain't give me no refund. Something wrong with my tax person. Y'all, trust me. Now, let me clarify. If you have children, you get these things called credits. They give you money now in your pocket. But if you didn't pay no taxes all year with this $2,000 credit right here, you claimed it during the year. That meant they gave you all the money all year. Now, we'll go over what this could look like, but let's just go here. I'm going to give business owners tax tips, and then I'm going to talk to you about why I keep saying the refund is your money. Y'all ready? We got our track shoes on because we running. Business owners, how many I got? Say me. Oh, it's plenty. Great. You will not have a W-4 if you got a business, but you still got a plan. Your tax return should match your goals. Man. If you want to buy a home, is that a goal? Yes. Your tax return got to match that. You want to get a loan for the business to expand, is that a goal? Your tax return must match that. What if you want to grow your business and you want it to look good on paper because you want to buy a building? That's a goal. My tax return has to match that. All right. Meet Caden. Caden's amazing. He got this restaurant, family business. They got all the stuff, and he want to buy a new home. Real quick, they make perfect recipes, but let me tell you, boy, they need some tax recipes because they in trouble. Let me show you. I'm going to show it to you real quick. Business owners, you know what I'm talking about. You made $120,000, and you said, woo, Candace, I don't want to pay no taxes now. But I spent all of this money. I understand. They spent $100,000. What's left? Kay said, Candace, I'm trying to, now this is what happened. He said, okay, I don't want to pay no taxes. Then 6 months later, he said, but now I seen this house and I just got to get it. I don't really know how that worked. I said, oh, okay, you know, when the bank look at your money, they going to say it look funny. Because although you made $120,000, that's a good amount of money. You make good money in your business. Good job. But if you spent $100,000, they say you spent it all and you ain't got nothing left, how you going to pay us back? You always have to look at it. When the bank is loaning money, think about you loaning your friend some money. And you say, girl, when you going to pay me back? That's what the bank asking you. When you going to pay me back? How you going to pay me back with $20,000? It ain't going to work. So you have to plan, which means you got some things you need to do. Review your income and expenses regularly. I like to say monthly because you need to know how much money you're making. If you don't keep your books good, hire somebody. Y'all don't like what I'm saying. It's all right. You should do tax planning quarterly. Every quarter, you should meet with your tax person, and they should tell you how you're looking on paper, how things look, how are the numbers looking, where you could be spending money. This is good stuff. Pay estimated taxes. What does that look like? You know, on a job, they take your money out of the check, right? Right? When you got a business, they ain't taking no money. They're like, ooh, it's yours, do what you do. But when you get that big tax bill, you're going to wish you paid some quarterly taxes. So what we encourage is we say, hey, you should plan monthly for your taxes. I'm going to give you some tax strategies today, business owners. When you get your money, I like to say 30% because I don't know your situation. So I'm going to tell you the high number and we can dial it down later. Take 30% of your money every time you get some money and put it to the side. 30% of your money, put to the side. You made $1,000, put $300 to the side. Because that ain't your money. No way. It's the government money. You made $100, put $30 over there in that tax savings account. And when it's time for you to pay the quarterly, you're ready. The money's already put to the side. That was your tax tip for today, business owners. I got to keep going, but now it's a big deal. If you got a piece of paper and a pen, you should write it down. But some of y'all don't know what I'm talking about, and I'm going to say it, and I'm going to share. And I'm going to tell you, we charge our clients and people we don't know for this. Y'all ready? There's this thing. It's new. And everybody hearing about it, but you don't really know what it is. And I'm going to share this with you. And it don't matter if you've been in this class or not. This is new, so ain't nobody ever heard it before. Y'all ready? It's this thing called beneficial ownership. The government is requiring these companies to tell who own them. Y'all looking at me. Real funny. And with big eyes, like they want to know. Yeah. They want to know. Every one of them. If you have, I'm going to tell you who it's not for so I can talk to everybody else. If you're a sole proprietor, that means you run your business with your social security number. They already know it's you. They don't want to know you, right? If you're a sole proprietor, you shouldn't be. Side note, you should schedule an appointment. It's a real thing. You should not, because that means that your personal assets and your business assets are all blended and you lose. One bad thing happens, it's over, right? Okay, that's your first tip. It's not for nonprofits. It's not for nonprofits, and it's not for publicly traded companies. So the people that's making all the big bucks. It's for everybody else. LLC, partnership, LLP, S corps, some corporations, right? Some C corps. Guess what? It's likely you. If you got a business, if you signed up for a business and you called yourself closed it, but you never contacted the state to let them know it was closed, that's you. You laughing at me. It say revoked, but your name's still on it. It's still a business that's in your name. You should really check into that. Because if you didn't close it with the state, it ain't closed just because you stopped working it.
So what can they do to you?
Oh, I'll tell you. Give me just a second. All right. Okay. First things first. You know who it's for. Everybody know that? Second thing, second. It's not really a thing, but I made it just like right then. Companies that are open before January of 2024. If you were already in existence, you have until December 31st to make it happen. I'll tell you the other stuff in a second. If you're new, you say, oh, this year in 24, my goal was to open business. I opened it. You got 90 days. How many days? 90 days. Now, what if you don't do it? Up to $250,000 in penalties. It's $500 a day. I'm very serious. Up to $250,000 for the year, and it's like $500 a day after your threshold hits. And jail time, like they real crazy about it. And it's something that you could just do online. Go to FinCEN. I think I gave you the website earlier. You should go to FinCEN, FINCEN.gov, and tell them who you are. Very simple. Beneficial ownership information. Now, say me if you knew this. I heard it on TikTok. But I ain't know what it was. I got one. Out of 70 people, 2 out of 73, 4.
Thank you.
You're welcome. This is a real thing, and it's going to cost a lot of people a lot of money. You can do it on your own. I just told you where to go. Now, I'm going to tell you now. You already had a business before? Yeah, December 31st. Yeah, you good. Don't wait till the end, though. Don't wait. Tell them who you are. Go to this website and tell them, I own that company. And if you got a bunch of them, you got to fill it out multiple times. I own all of these companies. There's a way for you to create a little login so you can identify yourself. Go on there. It'll be good. It's actually good information, a lot of good stuff. It's simple. As soon as you go to the website, it's the first thing you see, I promise. I gave you everything you needed. Y'all okay? How's the family? Now let's talk about one other thing. Two more. Yeah, I'm telling y'all real fast. How much is going to cost you if you don't do it? $250,000. Some businesses don't even make $250,000. $500 a day, up to $250 in jail time. So stop, don't play with it, okay? It's not something that you can just hear about and do nothing. You have to go do it. If I ain't got no business, you need one, so let's keep talking. You need a home-based business whether you like it or not. I ain't going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about it later. But I got you, though. I'm going to get you next time, whoever that is over there. It's the only way to control your taxes, okay? I promise. Here we go. Your state form. How many of y'all seen this form? Ooh, a few. You live in the state of Arkansas, you pay state taxes, and you should fill out your form, and it don't look the same way you fill out the federal. Okay? Real quick, we're just going to put your information and you're going to check the boxes that's you, right? It's a simple form. Fill it out. If you had a household, put your number. It's a 2 because you're filing yourself and someone else. It even tells you enter 2 exemptions. On the state form, they still using exemptions. On the federal, they don't use exemptions. That's why you got to fill your forms out right and read them. Okay, we ready? Number of dependents, put 1. Total exemptions, add lines, all the ones at the top, and equal number 3. You want to take some extra? Y'all want them to take some extra out of your check? No. Okay, no. If you're married and your number's 3, what should happen? Okay, if they file together, you should split the number, but the reality is that the person that makes the most money should take the form. The other person should put 0. Okay? Check your box. Do you qualify for low income? Just put no, because if you don't know, it's okay, put no. Pay the right amount of taxes, sign the form, keep it moving. We good? Okay. Now, this is the question. Earlier I said, hey, you guys shouldn't overpay your electric bill. Y'all agree with me? Yes, we shouldn't. Hey, you guys shouldn't overpay your taxes. Don't worry about no refund. You was like, Candace, we don't like that. That's what y'all said when you looked at me with your faces. Okay. How much of your money is Uncle Sam holding? Take your refund, divide it by 12. You get your number. Average is about $300 a month, most people. That's $3,600 a year. And that is no earning potential on that money because you let the government hold it and use it all year. Ooh, we're going to keep going. So what does that really mean, Candace? If you were to invest that same money, $300 a month, over a 30-year period at 10%. Let's say you started early, because most of you overpay your taxes every year your whole life. Let's just look at it. $300 a month. Over 5 years is $27,000. 10 years, $68,000. 18 years, $195,000. And well over 30 years, about $700,000 that you could have grew your money, but you let the government make that. Because you like refunds, good people. Especially the ones that look like me. Oh, yeah, we like it. Because the government giving us something. That's what it feels like, but the reality is that it's not. I'm going to be here to tell you the truth today. I've been on y'all all day, I know. Lick your wounds later. Just trust me. Because if that could be your money instead of theirs, because what you think they do with your money? All year long. Stacking. And print some more when they need it. If it was up to me, they'd print all the new money because y'all will keep all your money and not let them use none of it. But they don't have to because we're giving it to them. $500 a month. Somebody getting big refunds. Anybody got them 10 stacks this year? Oh, we had a few. Oh, yeah. Our clients, they be tripping. I don't know what they be thinking. I be telling them, though. I tell them, well, I just think you should not pay as much taxes. They like, what you mean? Yes, ma'am, no worries. What would you like? You coming back? I got you. I understand that you may not understand, so I don't say anything. I let you do what you do. $500 a month. Y'all want to see the numbers? Yeah. No, I want to see. $500 a month, 5 years, $43,000. This is at 10%, because see, when Deacon Thomas get up here, he get to tell you what 12%, 15%, 20% look like. It's a real thing when your portfolio does 23.5% year after year. That's how your money really grow when you sleep. But see, when we tie our money up, we say things like, I ain't got no cash flow. We overpaying our taxes. We got cash flow. What's the next number? 18 years, $315,000. Woo! 30 years, $1.2 million. Whose money is it? It's my money and I need it now. Right? But you know what we do, though? Because, see, we may think this is all about the taxes. It's about the taxes. It's about the eating out. It's about the frivolous spending. It's about, I don't want to cut my cable off because it makes me feel good to turn the TV on and I watch what I want. But guess what? When you watch the TV, you watching other people make millions of dollars off of you watching TV aimlessly. Come on, y'all. And it's nothing wrong with TV. But if I'm going to pay $300 a month, I could have been investing it. Forget that TV. I want to watch TV when I retire. With 700, 1.2 million, 5 million. You know what I'm saying? Y'all with me? We got to just look at it different. It's about our mindset. Y'all okay? How's the family? All right. You got some assignments, and then I know Deacon Thomas got some extra points he gonna make. He's gonna go ahead and tell y'all about it. But let me tell you about your assignments. Y'all ready? Yeah. We got through it real good. Y'all let me speed through. Do we have questions? You said, nope, I don't want to ask you no questions, Candace. I know. And we got any questions online? I want to make sure we don't miss anybody. If we have anybody online, CJ, send me a text so we can get it. Single, yes, ma'am. You'll put the one. Yes, ma'am. Good question. Yes, we're going to talk about it in one of our next sessions. I think the next one. You need a home-based business whether you like it or not. That's going to be the topic. That's how I'm going to say it, too. We're going to have a good time. All right. Anybody else? Questions? All right. Yes.
When you receive a dividend check from your job,
Mm-hmm.
and you obviously paid your taxes up front, then when I file that taxes, you gonna hit it again?
Good question. So he said when you receive a check from, I'm gonna call it like a retirement check, and said, do you pay your tax on the front end? The answer is best to say yes. It's best to pay it on the front. He said, but when I pay taxes on the front, do they hit me again on the back? Not really. It's included into your taxable income for the year. And so if you paid enough tax up front, it's not another hit on the back end, unless you're in retirement age. But there's some people who like to pull from their retirement early. And when you pull from your retirement early, that's not only a tax that you pay, but there's a penalty that you pay for early pull because you shouldn't have pulled the money. All right? So what it does is it makes it to where you're increasing your tax amount and you getting that 20% hit on the penalty. 10% hit on the penalty, and you're paying the tax. So it's everywhere. You're not really receiving half of the money that you really try to pull. Good question. Yes.
So when it comes to your taxes and finding a CPA, is it important to find a specialist depending on what profession we're in?
Absolutely. So she said, can I reframe your question? She said, is it important to have a CPA when I file my taxes? That's what she said. And I'm going to say, that's so wonderful that we think that CPAs specialize in tax. Oh, I'm so glad you asked that question. Oh, Charles, can I do it? All right, Deacon Thomas, let's do it. Okay. A CPA is a certified public accountant. They are wonderful in keeping your books and making sure your numbers are correct. But if you ask them, some of them specialize in tax, but if they could actually miss every tax question on the CPA exam and still pass the exam. It does not mean that they specialize in tax because they're a CPA. I want to be very clear. Love CPAs. My aunt's one. We work together. It's wonderful. Make sure they specialize in small business taxes. And if they don't specialize in it, find you somebody that does.
So maybe I communicated the wrong question. So like let's say for instance, if we have therapists.
Yes.
Finding a person, maybe a financial planner, that specializes know the deductions to pull.
In small business taxes. It does not matter what kind of business you run. Small business taxes, they'll know exactly what they're doing if they specialize in small business taxes. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. That's your question you should ask. Next week, I'll give you some questions to ask if you're interviewing your tax people. All right, homework, assignments, success steps. I got 2 minutes, and then we got to go. I got 2 minutes, and then another 3 after that. Y'all ready? Your assignment and your success steps. All of you were working on your What I Spend sheet. You want to go to this site called calculators.net. It's new. So everybody who think they done took the class before, you ain't never did this before. It's new. You think you done it. Oh, I know what she gonna say. Go to Crown. Nope. Go to calculators.net. Go to that site. When you go to the search bar, search debt. I want to help you get there faster. Search debt and then click debt payoff. You're going to input your details that you have on your spreadsheet. We gave you everything because it all goes from one place to an electronic system. Okay? Calculators.net, debt payoff, put your data in, print the form, or screenshot it. It's going to ask you how much extra are you planning to apply to your debt. Make sure you put your amount, $50, $100, $200, $500,000, whatever the number is, put your number. Yes, ma'am.
If you don't have a computer to print that off.
If you don't have a computer, that's okay. You can do it on your phone and just screenshot it on your phone. Yes, ma'am. Any other questions? Pages 7 through 9 in your 7 through 10. 7 through 10 in your white binder. I got the right binder? Yes, the white binder. 7 through 10 in your white binder for next week. Last week's assignment, track your spending, audit your bank account, and do your what I spend worksheet, and then pages 3 through 6. Make sure if you have not registered, you register because we send you emails, right? We send you emails, right? Y'all get the emails? You can register easily at moneymatterslive.com. If you hadn't registered, moneymatterslive.com. It goes straight to the site. Okay? Anything else? Any other questions? Deacon Thomas? I know, right? All right, good deal.
Hey, great job. Give her a hand. Great job. That was a lot of information, right? You guys can go back to the video and rewatch it over and over and over on YouTube if you need to go back and rewatch that information, okay? Real quickly, she gave you the homework. I think the only thing I've got for you, need you to ask yourself a question, what's my why? Why am I here? What does this mean to me? What does it mean to my money? I just look in the mirror like Candace said. Be honest with yourself. How much am I willing to sacrifice to make this work for me to hit my goal? So the question, what is your goal? What is your 3-year, 5-year, 10-year goal? What's your retirement goal? If you're retired, what is your goal to create a legacy for your family, your kids, and grandkids? Ask yourself those questions, and then when you start digging through your finances, it means a lot to you. Because $100, $200, $300, $500, that money can be repositioned and reinvested. But most importantly, that money, when you do this exercise, sorry about that. That money, when you do this exercise, is going to show you how to invest in your debt and make that debt go away. See, if that debt goes away in the next 5 to 7 years, you just gave yourself a raise. Every time you pay off a debt, you gave yourself an automatic raise. I want you guys to get that. If your debt is $500 a month and you pay it off, $500 a month just start coming back into your household. That you can do what? Put into your emergency fund, put into investments. Whatever you need to do, whatever your goal is, you can start using that money. But you got to understand all these things if you want to hire your money. See, there are rules to money. If you don't know the rules, you can't play the game. And the rules to money is understanding the tax system. There are 2 tax systems in this country, one for individuals and one for business owners. You got a snippet of it tonight, but we hope to give you more so you can appreciate the teachings on finding your money so you can reposition that money. Is that fair enough? So she's giving you homework. We're all set. Just complete your what I spend sheet. Make sure you take time and do that debt. Is there an email they can email for questions, Candace? What's the email, Pastor Thomas, for questions? You guys know what it was? We'll send them an email. Yeah. We'll send you guys an email for questions. Can you send them an example, too, on the debt sheet? Okay, she'll send you guys an example of how to do the debt sheet so you have something to work from, okay? Other than that, let's close it out. Any questions before we close out? Any questions? Yes, ma'am. Okay. Yes. Yeah. All right.
Can we also make sure everyone signed in tonight, too?
Yeah.
Please.
Make sure you get signed in tonight. Okay, guys? Get signed in so we can keep the accountability piece. Any more questions before we close out? Wait quick.
Is there a place for all the individual information for you guys?
Yes, sir.
Like if we
make a note. We send out all the contact information for the teachers. We'll do that again for you, okay? Send all you guys the individual contact information for the educators. Anybody? Julie, you had a question? Okay.
Business license?
Okay, she's got a business question about a rental property, so that's going to be a one-off that you can have with Candace, okay? Good deal. Any more questions? We good? All right, let's close out with prayer. Father God, thank you for this day. Thank you for the night, Father. Thank you for the educators. Thank you for the students being here just to fellowship. Father, we pray that something was said tonight that they can take and share with others and share with themselves. These blessings we ask your son in Jesus' name. Amen.